In and out of the ridge and furrow of the English Channel is the Tankerville, a packet ship plying her trade for the post office between Falmouth and America, carrying letters to the West Indies, dispatches to the captains of naval warships, and a handful of seasick passengers to America. The Tankerville is small and three-masted, with a blue and gold trim. 80 feet long by 20 wide, she is tolerably tidy, despite the cow and the turkeys, the piles of coiled rope and spare sails, and the good spread of canvas towering near 100 feet above our heads. If she ever escapes this damned contrary wind in the Channel, she will waft us 3,000 miles from Falmouth to Halifax, Nova Scotia, with stops between at Madeira, Barbados, Delaware, and New York. But to my reader, good John Barleycorn, at his English fireside, perhaps these place names are but words with little meaning. And so, John, for your better enjoyment, I have drawn a map, as you can see, with the circuitous path of our voyage marked upon it. If I were addressing the gentry by their more comfortable hearths, I would call the shape of our journey something akin to a chafing dish. But for your easier understanding, I will rather call it a Swedish turnip or mangelwurzel. A bulbous shape, to be sure, somewhat baffling to the eye, when a direct passage across the ocean might seem vastly more convenient. But, John, there is a world of winds and tides quite beyond the ken of men like you and I, with which the captain wrestles, puzzling out our position and the consequent dispositions of canvas from his own admirably unpuzzled intellects. From the Captain's Log, 17th of December 1794, latitude 48 degrees 43 seconds north and 06 degrees 30 seconds west, off Ushant. Rose just before dawn at 8 bells in the morning watch, and occupied myself with the ship's provisions and other matters. What a blessing occupation is to a troubled digestion. Winds against us. Heavy sea. Report of Laurence Jago, for the attention of Foreign Secretary Lord Grenville, Downing Street, London. My Lord, you will hear as many accounts of this voyage as there are passengers aboard, but, being your eyes and ears on the ship, I think it my duty to give my own report to counter the wilder stories you will no doubt receive in good time. I am mainly thinking of my supposed employer, Mr. Philpot, and the raft of articles he means to post home for the Weekly Canon when we make port. My reputation as a disgraced clerk, dismissed from your service, has proved as useful as you hoped, for it seems scoundrels will make their feelings and plans known to such a one without much scruple. Having nothing but time at my disposal, you may find this report overlong, for I have made copies from the Captain's Log and from Mr. Philpot's copious writings, as well as other documents that have come to my hand and might shed light on our journey. But, knowing, as we both do, how undeserved was this role you have forced me to play, you shall have your money's worth and be damned. Chapter 1. Death arrived with the cormorant. It came aboard on the 7th day of our voyage and settled itself at the bowsprit, wings akimbo, to dry its feathers in the brisk wind. It was too far from shore, probably blown out to sea by the tremendous gale we had met at the mouth of the English Channel, which kept us beating about Ushant for 3 full days, perilously close to the French port of Brest. The poor bird was exhausted, and not at all inclined to take to the wing again, despite all the efforts of the superstitious crew. "Quite the most extraordinary thing I ever heard in my life," Philpot remarked loudly, wedged into